Folks, the Adam Boyer Show is back, and hopefully better than ever. You might have a lot of questions. Adam, where have you been? Adam, why are you wearing a hat and microphone headset? Adam, why are you wearing so much DeSantis gear? All these questions and more, well, some of them at least, will be answered ahead on the Adam Boyer Show. We're going to be discussing the Tucker Carlson firing and so much more. I'm excited. Let's get into it. I'm talking really fast because I'm excited. I need to calm down. Let's go to the intro. This is the Adam Boyer Show.
In a world gone crazy, common sense, logic, and Christian values argue. Adam Boyer is here to provide you all three in the Adam Boyer Show.
Folks, welcome back to the Adam Boyer Show. Long time no see. I have been on quite a long leave of absence, but we're back for now. And first, I want to address all the DeSantis gear, the elephant in the room. Obviously, we're in the DeSantis flag studio. I've got a DeSantis shirt on. I was wearing my DeSantis hat. No, I'm not going to be wearing it the whole episode. That's going to look kind of stupid with a headset, I think. But I'll leave it here. You probably can't see it. Maybe I'll just prop it up here on my computer or something. There we go. Is that beautiful? I hope so. And so the answer is, I figured what better way to come back to the show than to reiterate my support for a presidential candidate. I don't often get involved necessarily this early into a nomination contest, but I am fully endorsing Ron DeSantis for President of the United States. No, he has not officially announced his campaign yet, but I am still announcing my endorsement of him nonetheless. I really hope he runs. I think he has potential to be the greatest president in U.S. history should he get elected, which I think he certainly can, should he get the nomination, which I also think he can. And before the Trump, mafia comes after me, this is not me hating on Trump, okay? There's some stuff that Trump did that I really like. There's a lot of stuff I disagree with, especially his COVID response. But all that aside, I think DeSantis knows what it takes to be president. He knows how to wield power effectively, and he can win the general election. I have serious questions about Trump's ability to do that. And so with all that said, that is my explanation. And now, let's get in to the reason all of y'all came to this video, and that is to discuss the firing of Tucker Carlson from Fox News. Okay, so real quick, we're going to give a quick recap of when Tucker Carlson was fired and what happened. It was Monday, April 24th, so not maybe half a month away from now, 2-3 weeks earlier. From the time you're probably watching this video, Fox News announced that it and Tucker had mutually agreed to part ways. This, as we all know, is pretty much network lingo for we fired him, or TV lingo, or professional lingo, or whatever you want to call it. But pretty much it's code for we fired him, and that's not really a secret. And this certainly seemed not to be true, that they had mutually agreed to part ways, as Tucker had seemed to be expecting the show to return, Tucker Carlson Tonight. His last show, which wrapped up, of course, Friday night, heading into the weekend, he said this on the show's outro.
So what a great way to end a week.
Yeah.
Truly, that was a great segment, and I'm just grateful that you came on, and I'm especially grateful for the pie.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Employee of the week, we're just make it of the year, Tyler Morrell of Coco's Pizza. That's it for us for the week. We'll be back. By the way, the entire episode of Let Them Eat Bugs, not quite as good as pizza, streaming now on Fox Nation. Use the promo code ORIGINALS for 30 days free. And we'll be back on Monday. In the meantime, have the best weekend with the ones that you love, and we'll see you then.
So as you see, it certainly seems like Tucker was very convinced he was going to be returning to Fox News, and the show would be returning like normal next Monday night. And apparently the network decided that weekend. Of course, there's all sorts of theories as to what sparked them to fire him. There have been rumors of threats from China. There have been rumors that he was too religious and that he was getting too moral and growing a conscience or something, because he didn't want to just become your classic news show host, and he wanted to have a soul or something. I don't know what prompted them to fire him. Really, no one except they themselves do right now. And so there's not a whole lot of point in speculating as to it. But yeah, it certainly seems he was expecting to return. Maybe he doesn't even know why they fired him. I think personally it was just getting to where he told the truth about too many people, and it was finally just too much for them. But again, I cannot say that for sure. So Fox News announced the show would be replaced with Fox News Tonight, which may or may not end up being just a temporary show. But it was hosted first by Brian Kilmeade, then by some no-name, no one's ever heard of. I don't remember his name. I think Kayleigh McEnany's hosting it soon, which I like Kayleigh McEnany a lot, but it's not going to help the show, I don't think. And I'm not sure if there's been a permanent host decided, if there's been a permanent host that's been decided, or if not, and now this, of course, is leading, as everyone expected, to tanking ratings. This from a Newsweek article, Fox News ratings fall off a cliff after Tucker Carlson's departure. Quote, cable news ratings show that in the 2 weeks since the host was fired, figures for Carlson's former spot have dropped by around 50%, while the network's audience among 25 to 54-year-olds has shrunk by 2/3. And if you keep up at all with ratings and just the way television works, you've probably heard about the 25 to 54 demographic a lot. And that is because that age is what advertisers are looking at. They're targeting apparently as the most likely to purchase their products. And so that's why that's so keyed in for networks, and that's the important thing for them to get. This from TV Newser. The show temporarily replacing Tucker Carlson tonight, named Fox News Tonight, averaged the same number of adults age 25 to 54 as fellow 8 p.m. cable news offering All In with Chris Hayes, which is MSNBC's show that also airs at 8 p.m. Fox did average the largest total audience at 8 p.m., beating All In to the tune of 1.51 million to 1.3 million. And so you think, okay, so Tucker or Tucker's former slot and Fox News as a whole did still stay atop the cable news ratings, but trust me, it was not by much. 1.51 million to 1.3 million, that's like, 200,000 people. It's a horrible showing for Fox News because remember, Tucker's show averaged 3 million or better consistently, and that has now been cut by half to about 1.5 million. And even worse than that for Fox News is the key age demographic of 25 to 54 has dropped by 2/3 per a Newsweek report that was previously referenced. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know what Fox, again, what their thinking was behind this. Clearly, it's not money. There's been a lot of speculation as to it was Tucker's attacks on the integrity of our elections, but I don't think it was that. There were other Fox News hosts that were incredibly more aggressive in their stolen election claims than Tucker was. And so, yeah, I really don't know what the motivation was. Again, no one really knows except they themselves. But yeah, we do know their ratings are falling terribly and probably are going to continue to fall. And for the first time in something like 166 weeks or something like that, something crazy, MSNBC may very well be on the way to overtaking Fox News. I do want to take some more positive news out of that. CNN is still averaging less than 500,000 primetime viewers, so that's pretty funny. And so now the question on everyone's mind is what happens with Tucker? He is locked in his contract with Fox News through 2025 after the presidential election of 2024. And as long as Fox News keeps paying him, which as of now they're doing, Tucker pretty much has to keep his mouth shut. And they are so desperate to shut him up, as we all expected. And you can see they're so desperate to shut him up that they're paying him almost $20 million a year just to keep him from starting his own show. And so as long as Fox News, pretty much they keep paying him, I don't know how much there is he can do to get out of his contract. But Tucker's lawyer, Brian Friedman, told Axios that, quote, the idea that anyone is going to silence Tucker and prevent him from speaking to his audience is beyond preposterous. So it would appear there will be some working out of his contract soon. I don't know exactly what that will be. He's received a ton of offers, and there's been a ton of ideas floated for what he could do. Some sort of like loopholes, workarounds around the contract. One idea was starting a YouTube channel, a Rumble channel, just making videos where he talks about stuff, sort of Mark Dice style, and not call it a show. I'm not sure if he could do that in his current contract. Maybe that is something they end up agreeing to where Fox News pays him less and that allows him to do that. I don't know if that's going to be allowed at all. If he could get out of his contract by, maybe late 2023 or something, there have been reports of him wanting to start his own outlet, perhaps in collaboration with Elon Musk. I don't know about that report, how verified it is. That would probably be best to be taken with a grain of salt. However, most notably Newsmax, who obviously a growing news channel, not quite to the level of even CNN yet, but they're closing in on CNN. They've got some good hosts like Greg Kelly there. They offered him his own primetime show, something like $100 million, and control the channel just to come to Newsmax and sign on with them and perhaps participate in a channel rebrand, which is a pretty big offer, especially from a smaller cable company. And so, yeah, I don't know what Tucker's going to do, but it's going to be big. You can rest assured in that, and I am very excited to see what he does. So, in conclusion, what can we take from all this? Fox News is as Democrat as we all expected. The best they've got now is what at the network? Sean Hannity, maybe the 5. I mean, that's pretty sad. And yeah, it's very telling that neither Hannity or Ingram or anyone like that was let go. It was just Tucker, who was targeted, of course, because he had the most wide-reaching show and reached the largest audience. But I am very excited to see what Tucker's going to do. The opportunities are endless for him now, especially since he's not locked into the constraints of a news network. If he goes somewhere like Rumble, makes that his home base, he could very well just pretty much just speak his mind on whatever and without hardly any restrictions, which would be incredible. I would love to hear it. But overall, yeah. Let's see what happens next. Stop watching Fox News if you still are. What's the point at this point? I don't have cable news myself, but if I did, I would be watching Newsmax at this point, I believe. Or I've heard they're talking about some really good stuff that no other news show will touch, and so that's very encouraging to hear. Hopefully they get a big boost in the ratings soon. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks, folks, for watching another episode of The Adam Boyer Show. I'm very excited. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And I'm not sure if I still have that video of my outro card or not, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you, if you do enjoy the show, it'd be greatly appreciated if you would subscribe and like the videos to help them reach more people. That would be great. And now, if I can find it, I'm going to put that little outro video that I put on the end of all the episodes, and if not, bye.